unless you like blackberries. Oh, I stalled it. Watch out, Wally. Don't matter where we are, he's digging. This is a Milwaukee M18 CHT, which was their first attempt at creating a cordless hedge trimmer. But now they have a new one, and it is in this box. We are going to check it out, we're going to compare it against the old one, and we're going to test it on some hedges. Oh yes, let's go.
Tested by Machinery Nation.
So introducing the M18 FHET 60. Let's get it out the box and see what the differences are. Oh, so exciting. Can't beat a nice bit of red and black, can you, eh? Oh, got it upside down already. There we go. Woo! And they look identical. Really? So we first tested the CHT about 18 months ago when we compared it against other hedge trimmers that are on the market, and we were very impressed. The balance, the build quality, the general structure of this machine was very, very good. But the one thing we did notice was the blades. The original CHT blades had an anvil style blade with a teardrop design. So you've only got one cutting face. So this bottom blade here is your main cutter, and then it pushes against the anvil side there. So it's actually a square cut blade on there, and then you've got your sharp edge on the bottom one. And then on the other side, you've got the sharp edge on the top and your anvil on the bottom. The idea of this is that it pushes it in, and the teardrop design is designed so that it keeps the material in place while it cuts it. So on the new FHET 60, you have now got double reciprocating cutting blades. So now that both blades on top and bottom have cutting edges. So rather than it just pushing against a square edge, it's both cutting against two sharp edges. So now as they go together, it's making a much, much cleaner cut. So they've now included the leg guard. So as you're swinging your hedge trimmer around and it accidentally comes towards your leg, this now stops the blades hitting into your clothing. One thing I find also this provides is a lot stronger hedge trimming blade, so you don't get the flex that you would in other hedge trimmers. Both hedge trimmers have 20mm blade spacings, allowing you to cut up to that size material. With an 8Ah battery, it will give you up to 2 hours of cutting time on both hedge trimmers. The CHT with the 8Ah battery comes in at 4.2 kilograms. The FHET 60 with the 8Ah battery comes in at just under 4.2 kilograms. Both come with tip protectors. So this is the 60cm 24-inch double reciprocating blade, but they also offer a 45cm 18-inch double reciprocating blade as well. So I've now got my decibel meter, or as I like to call it, my noisometer, to see if changing the blade has made any difference. Right, so the old version, (98.8), and the new version, 100.3. Right, I think it's time we went and done some cutting. Oh yeah, let's get outside. Right, first job, nice bit of Leylandii. Yes, the ideal hedge, the most common hedge that people want to trim. We've got about 8 inches of growth on here, so probably about 12 months worth. Let's see how it gets on. I think this hedge needs a lot more work to get it right, get it straight, get it nice. But we also need a long reach. Another video coming soon. What are we doing, boy? What have you found under the hedge, mate? Have you found a badger? Whatever it is, he's keen. Super happy with that, really nice to use. The beauty of it mainly is that because you've got quite a long body and the battery's on the back, you have a really good indicator of where your hedge trimmer is flat. So you can keep the base of the hedge trimmer back against the hedge and keep a really nice straight line going up through. So yeah, big win for that. Now, let's see how it gets on in heavier material. So to prove the difference between this one and the older version, it is going to be so much better on larger material. So we have here a hedge which probably hasn't been cut for 3-ish years probably, so there's quite a bit of growth on it. It's quite woody and I want to take it back a little bit further. So let's give that a go, see how we get on. Up and running. As you can see, we have cut through the woody material really, really well. There's a few bits where you've got to hang the hedge trimmer on it for a little bit longer to be able to get through it, but that's the same with any of them. Now, we've got a bit there, which is definitely not hedge trimmer worthy. This here is about 25 mil, so this is where your little hand hatchet from Milwaukee is going to come in really handy. So now I'm going to see what the difference is between this one and the old one. So I'm going to go down through here with the old one first, and then see how far this one will go over that one. So although they both have 20mm spacings, the teardrop design on the outside does hinder you from getting into larger material. So as you can see here, that teardrop design hits the branch before the blades get anywhere near it, whereas on the new one, the blades are right on the edge. So let's show you what I mean. Now, your blades can't really get into that piece of wood because of that teardrop design. So now you see, because of the teardrops, it's not allowing it to go into that piece of wood, although that is too big for it. Let me show you on the new one of how that can work. Now with the new style blades, you can see that there's no hindrance on the end of the blade, so you can go right up against the piece of timber. Let's see how well it does. Now the flexibility probably didn't catch up very well on camera, but as you can see, I've been able to still go through that piece of timber. It's just eaten into it. Not the best idea, it's not really what it's designed for, but I just wanted to show you what I meant about the difference between the teardrops and the new blades. But for those woodier areas, this is the tool you want. Simple as that. And it runs on the same battery. Love this tool. So now I've got that hedge back to where I wanted it to be, let's try it on some brambles and some ivy. Right, so ivy's never the nicest thing to cut, but we've got this branch here hanging down with some ivy on it, so this will be fine. Yes! Oh, I stalled it. There's a bigger bit under there I wasn't expecting to find. Back up and running. Alright, I know ivy's not the hardest thing to cut, but what that did prove is just how nimble that machine is and how easy you can flip from one side to the other on it. Yeah, I'm quite liking it. Right, now nobody likes brambles. I don't think anyone likes brambles. Well, unless you like blackberries. If you like blackberries, you like brambles, but anyone in the garden doesn't like brambles. And I've got these brambles on top of this wall, so let's cut them. Watch out, Wally. No matter where we are, he's digging. Tip protector's definitely coming in useful here. Job's a good one. So now Milwaukee have 39 solutions in their OPE range. Yes, they're outdoor power equipment, and it is growing by the year. And they are certainly standing their ground and keeping their corner when it comes to bringing out new tools. That has got the balance, it's got the build quality, it's now got the blades, and I just really enjoyed using it. So it's got a tick in the box from me. I really quite like it. Let us know in the comments what you think or what you use as a gardener or as a DIY user. We'd love to hear what you've got, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!